Guys, the Golem is finally back in the meta. In the last set of balance changes, which are now live, as you guys know, his Golemites got a 74% increase to their damage, which now means you can no longer ignore Golemites on top of your tower. I'm currently top 300 in the world. We're going to try to climb up even more with this Golem deck here. I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty excited as someone that plays beatdown decks often. Golem has been in a rough spot for a very long time. I think it was a bottom 3 win condition in the game for a while, and now it's probably an average win condition. This deck was being used by the person that was top 10 in the world. So the fact that it was top 10 really goes to show how good it is, and that Golem is definitely back, because Golem has not really been in the top 10 hardly ever before this buff. This deck also has the Zappies in it, which received a pretty big buff as well. I think they combo nicely in the deck, and you have the Fireball and the Zap, as well as Fireball and Curse, which is able to kill the Furnace, which so many people are still running even after the nerf it got, because of course it is just ridiculously broken. There's a high chance that this guy is running a Graveyard deck, which is completely fine by me because we do have the Curse. So even though we have the Cannoneer, we do have an adequate way of defending it. Of course, we're going to have to use our Curse here though on top of the Spear Gobs, just because there's so many piling up. I think it's definitely worth it though, and as you can see, we are going to get a bunch of Goblins there, and that is going to be defended really easily. So of course with Golem, you're going to want to be pretty passive early on in a lot of matchups, and this is definitely one where you do not want to be dropping your Golem right off the bat, because if you do, you're gonna pretty much lose your tower. So you have to be passive in this sort of matchup. It's definitely not a rush. We can go in for a Zap here to take care of all the Spear Goblins. I definitely think that's worth it, and then we'll see what he wants to do here. Maybe we'll cycle our Inferno Drag, so then that way we can play the Evolved Inferno Drag next time around. There's so many different variants of this deck you can play if you have other Evos. So for example, maybe you have something like the Evo Bomber you could use instead of the Evolved Inferno Drag. You could even use the Furnace if you want instead of the Evolved Inferno Drag. Even the regular Furnace, by the way, would work. So don't feel limited just because this deck has, you know, maybe a couple cards in it you don't have. There's a lot of different Golem variants you can play, and that's kind of, I would say, the beauty of the card. Even though it's an expensive win condition, there's just an endless amount of variants, especially with things like the Gob Curse. You can even use arrows and stuff like that. Look at that. Poison gets forced out of him. Perfect time to go ahead and Golem in the back because he had to use a poison defensively. I might want to go Zappies here, otherwise that Knight would get like so much damage. I think it's fine to play them, and he is going to go in for a Berserker as well as a Phoenix, which we might need to get a Fireball on top of. Let's kind of see what happens here. Maybe we go Night Witch in the other lane. Let's get a Curse going here, and then let's try to get a nice little Fireball on top of everything, and maybe we Zap here as well, and then let's go in for a Skeleton King. I'm hoping we can maybe overwhelm him here. The Inferno Drag is getting tanked for somehow, some way. It's gonna lock on top of the tower, and look at that. Oh my gosh, man, that is so much damage. I did not think we were gonna get that much, but he underestimated the Inferno Drag. I feel like he hasn't even gone in for a single Graveyard the whole match because the pressure has just been relentless. He's finally going to go in for it, but guys, I feel like it's just going to be a little bit too little too late, because as you can see, we go in for a Curse on it, and even though we have the Cannoneer, that's kind of the beauty of the Curse you guys are seeing right there, and hopefully with the extra Golemite damage, we can maybe end up getting the win here. And okay, I mean, he is able to stop it, but Fireball Curse is going to close it out, so it pretty much is a wrap. We can just go in for a Curse here and a Fireball, and that should wrap up this match, I'm pretty sure. And even if it didn't, we had a Zap, so that is going to be a very, very nice win over there. Let's see what rank that puts us at, and then we'll head into the second match. 3-star lucky drop. Let's see what we're at now. 212th in the world. Here we go, guys, in our second match, and man, look at the Golem smirk. He just knows it. He just knows he's good after the buff. That menacing smirk, man. So he's going to have the Zappies as well. Very good chance that this guy either has... It might be... I was going to say it could be like Royal Hogs or something, but it's looking now like it's most likely going to be Sparky, if I had to guess, because of the Dark Prince. It would make the most sense, but I suppose there's like, you know, a couple different things it could be. But there you have it. It is going to be Sparky. I guess we could just go ahead and cycle our Inferno Drag because his Zappies are out of cycle, which is pretty good. So unless he has another reset, like a surprise card I'm not expecting, it should just be able to melt through that. And we also have the zap as well if needed. Let's just go in for a fireball here though, and let's get a zap going on top of the Sparky. And I'm thinking we are going to be okay here. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but the Sparky didn't splash, so we're kind of more than fine. It's okay to take some damage early on, kind of for the greater good. I think I probably could have defended a little bit better, kind of. If I had to say, I feel like I definitely could have, but I think it could have been a lot worse too at the same time. A curse might have been better. Like if I ended up going curse instead of doing what I did, I think the defense would have been a tad bit cleaner and we wouldn't have taken as much damage, but we didn't lose our whole tower, and the splash from the Sparky didn't come in on the, you know, the Night Witch, which is the thing I was most scared of. I did not want that to happen. So he's going to go ahead and play Zappies. I might just cycle my Inferno Drag here kind of into them, because he might want to push with them. I don't think it's a great play, but it's going to prevent him from doing that. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and Sparky in the back. So we kind of have to be patient to play our Golem. Let's just go in for a Night Witch here, and then from there see what he wants to do. He is going to... Okay, what we could actually do is we could get a Curse going on top of all this, because what I probably want to do is have the Fireball doing extra damage to the Sparky, as you can see, and we can get a Zap going here, and that is going to ensure the Sparky doesn't shoot on everything. We pop the Skelly King ability, go in for a Curse here, and maybe, just maybe, we could overwhelm him with the Curse and everything. Oh my gosh, wait, I can't tell what's happening. Wait, the Inferno Drag? Oh man, I thought we were going to get something going there, but sadly no. Sadly no. We could maybe go Golem here. It's like quite aggressive, but I think it could be decent if maybe we can... Let's see. We have our Evo Zap, which is nice, I guess. Let's see. We go in for the Evo Zap, and maybe we can get some damage here. I don't really know. Let's see. The Sparky connects, though. Yeah, I don't know. This is not looking very great. Does he get something in front of the Dark Prince? No, he doesn't, surprisingly. I thought he was. Let's go in for a Curse here and a Fireball. This should... Oh my gosh, he just messed up. Look at that. Look at that, man. That valuable Fireball. Let's go, baby. Skeleton King here on top of this. And maybe we get Zappies going here to try to get some sort of counter push going. Skeleton King is tanking. I thought that the Inferno Drag was going to get targeted, but it does tank for it. Either way, maybe it doesn't make like a super big difference, but that was still pretty good. We'll go in for a Zap here, and he zaps as well, but our Night Witch is going to clutch up for us. And we're looking okay now, because I feel like in Triple Elixirs, when we can finally break through and get the push going that we need, obviously. So let's just go in for a Skeleton King here, and then if he goes in, yeah, I was going to say for a Sparky in the back, we're definitely going to want to go in for a Fireball on top of that, because then what we can do is, as we're approaching triple, cycle to another Fireball, hopefully, and be able to get rid of the Sparky, of course. So let's just go in for a Curse here, and then Zap, and then let's go in for a Fireball. This way we kill the Sparky, and then let's pop the ability here, and then let's try to get nice defense going. He's definitely going to get some damage. I don't think that's really avoidable, but we'll try to get a counter push going and see what we can do. So let's cycle our Evolved Inferno Drag here. 45 seconds to go. Let's see. Maybe we go in for a Evo Zap, and then... Okay, yeah. Let's see. We need to try to defend here if we can. We got to get a Curse going for sure on top of everything. And Zap to get rid of the Sparky. Okay, nice. Everything is kind of getting evaporated. We got to go for a Fireball now. We're kind of running out of time. Let's see here. Let's go in for a Curse. A Zap. And then as long as we cycle back to another Fireball, I think we actually won this. It was super close though. Wait. Yes, let's go, baby. We got it. Oh my gosh. It was such a close match, but we won. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. Creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.